Welcome, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, going on,
to
y'all, folks,
a
man.
third perspective
Yeah,
podcast.
How long has it been?
It's been about a year. I am your host, Shazam the Don. I'm here today with my co-host, Shazam.
the
Yo,
Shay, man. Yeah. Hey, I'm need y'all like don't get our name confused, cause I got an A and a Zam. He just got a Shazam. It's a Shazam, so it's a big difference. With that being said, yeah,
mm,
your girl.
mm.
Follow all my Instagram, social media, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff at Shazam. SHAYYZAMM.
My man's PK in the building.
What's good? What's good? Social media, the same as always. It'll be on
But
screen.
is that professional as
And
hell?
I am the Don Shazam. You can find me on Twitter at Mighty Soprano. You can find me on Instagram at Shazam the Don. I'm gonna change all my social media to one thing. It says so many
Mhm.
different things. All right, well, it's been about a year since we did a third perspective the first time. Um,
Mhm.
we both went to school and nobody gave a fuck. But we back now. We got Shazam on board,
He's what?
and it's going down. I said we got Shazam on board,
Hey, you talking about? What's up?
and it's going down. All right, it's going down. Let's get right
All
to it.
right,
Our
let's
first segment we have is
go.
quick thoughts.
Big
Quick thoughts.
thoughts.
Yeah, and let it be known to the public this is our first episode, so work with us as we grow and give you better content and whatnot. But this is our first episode. Feel free to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Make sure y'all do that.
Definitely, nah. Take that back. Definitely like and subscribe
Definitely,
and comment
definitely.
and give us like stuff that y'all want to talk about and things that y'all interested in, so y'all can get this third perspective. Cause we just trying to, entertain the people, keep them interested, keep them intrigued in what we're talking about.
You hear me? Everybody has a future. Everybody got to build their portfolio. It's all
Nah,
a build up.
for
All right, so to,
definitely.
to get right to it, we got quick thoughts. Our first quick thought on the list is rompers.
Rompers.
Males
Wait,
wearing
hold up. Let
rompers.
me describe what a romper is, though. All right,
Hmm.
when I saw this topic, I was like, what is he talking about rompers? Like, I know you wasn't, like, I was thinking, like, is this man talking about, like, the clothes that we wear?
I
Like,
sure
the
am.
shorts. The shorts that's made like a shirt. It's
Mm.
really a one piece that's short and it's, like, kind of baggy.
So
Like,
basically, a jumper, except for instead of long pants, it's short pants.
normally it's shorts, but it could be long, too, though. But normally when you think about romper, I think of shorts, like, shorts and then, like, a half shirt at the top or, like a spaghetti strap shirt or something like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Go
ahead
ahead.
and say what I have to say about rompers. Rompers are gay. Rompers are gay. And first of
Wait,
all, I need everybody to know
hold up.
that I am that person who is very unfiltered. So I'm
Okay,
probably gonna
so
be
you
the one to
saying
get all the hate.
rompers are gay for dudes? Because that's what we're
Rompers
like
are
getting at,
gay.
right?
Rompers and males are gay. I'm not a homophobic. I don't want nobody to think I'm homophobic. I don't have anything against gays personally, but
Yeah.
men wearing women's clothing is gay. There's actually a term for
Wait.
it, and the term is cross dressing.
Okay, but what about skinny jeans though?
That makes I wear skinny jeans. They got skinny jeans for male.
Okay.
Now they're not like tight on my thighs that I can't like move my legs like they're not that well. Actually, I take that back. I don't wear skinny jeans. I wear slim fit. They
It's
have,
not much. It's not a difference, bro. You just
Nah,
trying to
no,
make
no,
it
no.
sound better.
A rumper is made for a female. The whole thing started to give y'all some background. The whole rumper fiasco started. Young Dro posted a picture, and everybody said he was wearing a rumper. I believe
Wait,
it was like a
I never
flower.
saw the picture though.
You
That's
didn't
not
see?
where it
Do you?
started.
That's not what
Let me
rumper.
see.
Mm-mm.
But you know what though?
It was a
It was a Twitter
campaign
post.
called Rump Him. It launched on Kickstarter. Like 2 days into the Kickstarter, it raised um, about 100,360 dollars, which is like
They
three
was taking
times,
notes on these topics, man.
which is
My
like three
man did
times
research.
three times their goal. Their original goal was 10,000. Well, 10K. They passed that.
Well, well, I didn't know about all of that. What I knew of it was the social media aspect. Young Dro posted a picture. Everybody was going wild on the Twitter and the Instagram.
It
I
was
didn't
Young
even
Dro
think he
or
was
Young
going.
Jock.
Oh, Jock. It was Jock.
Okay.
But I didn't think he was.
See the picture though.
No, it wasn't. Hold on. Who was Young Jock? It was
Young
Young
Jock.
Dro. Young Dro was with Ti. Yeah, it was with Shoulder Lean. It was Young Dro.
Oh,
Hmm
somebody Young Dro. Hold on, wait,
He had a flower shirt. I think it
bruh.
was a
That's
flower
not
shirt and
gay.
flower shorts.
The outfit is not gay,
No, no,
bro.
no, 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 no. His outfit is not gay. What Young Dro is wearing, I don't think is a romper. I believe it is a shirt tucked into some shorts, and they
I
both
mean,
go together.
listen though. Even if it was a romper, it's still not gay. It looks very manly. It's not tight on his body. It just matches. It's just a drawstring, bro. That's like you wearing a dicky suit.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know because it's becoming a thing of men wearing females' clothing. Like Uzi Vert had on some
Oh
some
man.
type the shirt that he had on. Young Thug
Yeah.
be wearing dresses and purses. I'm just not with it. I mean, I have nothing against individuality, but any man that wears clothes from the women's section that is made for women is gay and is non-negotiable.
So I'm about to expose you real quick.
I expose me. Ooh, I
See
feel like
me?
I know what you're talking about.
You
You gonna
mean
Yeah,
talk
them?
take
about them
off
Rihanna?
take off
You
PK.
gonna talk
Take
about them
off PK.
Rihanna joggers?
See me to tell
Listen,
me them joggers you wore to
I'm gonna
school
tell
that
the
you
world.
got
I'm gonna
from
tell
the
the world.
girls
First of
section
all,
that you
first of
thought was
all,
super
first of all,
fly doesn't make you
first
gay.
of all, let me. All right. First of all, I want to put it. I
See,
wanted to get
look,
record
you
that I was
contradicting
a junior.
yourself,
I
bro.
was a junior in high school. I need everybody to know that I was a junior in high school. It was some
Okay.
jogger shorts. They're shorts, but they're like how jogger shorts they like stop and they like like joggers, but they're shorts. This was during the jogger wave. It was the summertime. There are jogger shorts, and on one side of the short, it had like a bunch of magazines of all the beautiful black women in the world: Rihanna, Beyonce, Aaliyah, Nicki Minaj. It
Okay.
had all of them, and then on the other side, it was just black. I still have those. I still have them. Those are fine. Granted, they were in the women's section, but how do we not know that a nigga didn't just throw them over there? You know how niggas be. They never put nothing back. It could have been in the
Hold
nigga
up,
section,
bro.
and then they
Why
threw
you
it over
gotta bro, why you gotta refer to y'all men as niggas, bro?
there. I take that back. Well, an African American male.
Why had to be a black guy? Why couldn't it have been any guy?
Cause the store I was in, I know it wasn't a white guy.
Bro, you can't say that, bro. You can't say that, bro.
I'm already. It wasn't. Well, one, I don't
No.
even believe in the term nigga no more. We're Hebrews. We're Hebrews.
You
But
mean?
I'm not gonna get too deep into that on the first
That
episode.
that that'll be for a different day.
I'm saying we're not gonna get into all of that right now. But I do. I
But
just think that men wearing women's clothing is unacceptable. They make clothes for men. They make
but
clothes for
listen
women.
though, the outfit that this man had on was not made for women. It was made
No, no, no.
specifically for men.
Dro's outfit is hard. I'm not saying that. His outfit is hard. But
Okay.
the
But you know
whole
what though?
asshole of Rompers is just.
I ain't even gonna flex because I saw a post on Twitter. This dude had on a women romper and was
See,
posing. I'm like,
see,
but
see.
this was like a super woman romper. Like it was tight on him. It was a halter type shirt. Like it wasn't supposed to be for him. It was one of those type.
See, he's either in the closet or he's out there. And if he
I think
trying
he
to
was joking.
flex,
I think it was a funny like little whatever. But
mm.
his job fast. His outfit really dabbing. Dip not dabbing. Baby.
So you think that if it looks right, that men can wear rompers?
Yeah, I mean it's not like it's tight on his body. It's not like it's it's portraying something different. It's like it's basic his outfit is basically the same as a button down shirt, the same as some shorts, like the same exact pattern.
The
It's
only
not much
thing
of
I'm gonna say is why does it need to be a onesie? Just get a shirt and a pants that have the same pattern and wear that. The whole
I mean
it being a onesie thing just kind of throws me for a loop.
I'm gonna
really
disagree with you there because if like what Joe had on was fire, he pulled it off. If I see like a onesie concept outfit that's hard, I pull it off. It's
But you know
just
what? The
a
onesie part made
romper
it seem
though
more
is just
feminine, though. That's what
Yeah,
made it seem feminine, just because it's a onesie. But he has a drawstring on it.
yeah, but that has no purpose. There's no functionality in that. Sure, it'll be able to like tighten around his waist, but now if he needs to go to the restroom, he has to take off like the whole one piece. I'm not
But
about going to the restroom, and if I see a dude in a romper, I'm walking out because he's gonna have to drop everything to use the facilities.
wait, hold on. So how do females use the bathroom in the rumper then? They don't have it so you can just pull it down the bottom part and use the and like just
It's
use
a
the toe.
onesie. Think it through.
Oh, I didn't know that. Whole
but
time. I ain't
looking
know
at
that.
this picture, like I don't know, his made like his body look too big for him just to. Never mind.
Oh, you talking
But
about Dro?
yeah,
But Dro always has swag though. Like
yeah,
Dro always been able to pull off stuff like that. I'm talking about for the individuals who just ride the waves. For the people who just ride waves and they be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna start wearing rumpers." It's not for you, and I'm sticking by it. Get at me in
okay,
the comments. Get in the comments and tell us what y'all think about males and rumpers.
yeah, that's kind of epic though. It ain't that bad. If as long as it looks like it's not made for a woman, then I'm sure no one's complaining. But if it look like it's kind of skeptical, then you walk like a duck, you talk like a duck,
If I walk like a duck,
yeah,
it's
like a duck,
a duck. It's a whole
duck.
gay duck.
You
Niggas out here
so you can't say
that's
that, bro.
undercut. True. Well, look.
Nah, we gonna brush over that, man.
Uh,
Anyway, anyway,
because all right, all right. Next up, we got on quick thoughts. We got there was a bombing in Manchester at the Ariana Grande concert. At the
yeah.
end of her concert, and like 22 people died. There was a couple hundred folks injured. I'm sure PK got all the stats. He did all the research.
Exactly.
Yeah,
When you said
he got all
22,
the numbers.
yeah, so 22 were killed, a dozen more were injured. The Queen had visited some of the victims and spoke on what happened. Some words she said were, "Whoever did this was a coward." Um, just basically, and she also stated the fact that she might be a fan of Ariana Grande, like low key. So that's something to look forward to.
That shit wild that happened at a celebrity concert though.
It's
'Cause
like
usually,
they target stuff that way. They target stuff like that.
yeah, but when shit be happening, I never seen like a terrorist attack. I like a concert or something. Not nobody big as Ariana Grande. Like I know she probably spooked us. I don't know what. She probably traumatized on the low.
What more than traumatized? More than traumatized. Like in absolute disbelief that this happened at her concert. Like why me? You know? It's
Facts,
very
facts.
terrible. Like the calamity that's going on in the world. It's so
The
dreadful.
UK, the UK had a series of terrorist attacks over the years. It was like a bombing in London. Yeah, I heard like last year. I saw last year. It was like a
Oh
bombing in
yeah.
London or something.
And I thought it was safe over there.
To be honest, it's really safe in Canada.
You know what though? Nothing happens in Australia.
Nothing have. You never hear about Australia.
But Australia do got like very poisonous insects and stuff like that.
Oh nah, y'all can have all that. Like I ain't with the bugs. I can't. I
But
can't get
any
down with the bugs.
It's not
so like
just the
what else
bugs.
about the bombing? I wanna know more about it.
Well, that's
Like
basically all they've got on that.
I seen on the shade room they caught the man though, or they
they
released the
did?
suspect of the picture. It was on the shade room. They had dropped the picture of the bomber, or they caught him, or something like that. I didn't read all the details. I just seen the caption. Shout out to the
It
shade room.
is it's crazy how it be so much going on in the outside world that we just ignore because it has nothing to do with us.
There's so
And
much
it's just
going on
so
in our world.
I mean, yeah, that too, but it's people around here sitting in sand, going to sleep in dirt ditches, you
To
know?
be honest,
Honestly.
Oh, they did find the bomber.
what you want the shade room? You see it?
No, no, no. I'm actually just Googling.
Oh, well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, shout out to those people. Shout out to those families. Keep them in your prayers. Not really a shout out, but keep them people in your prayers. That kind of wraps up the quick thoughts. The topics on the quick thoughts.
This man talk about some shout out.
Shout out, Lil Nate.
Idiot.
Our next segment we got is the hip hop center. All things hip hop, all things in the culture. Do it for the culture. Recently, Drake and Tory Lanez posted a picture together, signifying that
Okay.
they're ending their beef. For those of you who don't know, Drake and Tory Lanez have had a series of
Oh man,
subliminal
do you know I'm
disses
so,
through the
bro? I am
years.
so out of the loop. I am out of the loop because I
You
did
didn't
not
know
know
that?
that. I did not.
Well, nobody ever said their name. Well, Tory Lanez was kind of direct. He said like "fuck Drake" on like a couple of occasions, I think. But
Are you serious?
yeah, I could be wrong. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. But to my knowledge, he was like "fuck Drake." But they did have a lot of subliminal, especially on More Life. Drake was going wild on More Life on Tory
Oh,
Lanez.
you know
Especially
what?
my,
That song "Sacrifices." I think that's the name of it with Two Chains and Young Thug.
yeah, yeah, that's my joint. That's my joint.
Beast, man. I love that song. Like, I
That's my
like
joint. That's my
it.
joint. But
Really?
they had posted a picture, and they was like the caption was like the city needs more of this and less of that because Tory Lanez is from Toronto. My whole
Okay.
thoughts on the situation is they should have been cool. They both, it's not that, like when you look at the rap game and you look at a city like Toronto, all you have is Drake and the Weeknd. The Weeknd isn't considered hip hop or rap. He's R&B. So all you have is Drake representing that city. Then you have somebody like Tory Lanez come along. I feel like Drake, even though Drake is my man's, but I feel like Drake was bullying my man's. Like he
You think
really
so?
like,
Why? Why you think he's bullying him? What
cause
caused it?
I think Drake is the biggest. Drake is like the biggest person in the world right now. Let alone the biggest
And
person in hip hop. And then you got to look at it like for Toronto. He's probably when he say six guy, he's probably a literal god over. They probably worship him for real because he's the like the biggest person in two countries. Like he's probably running Canada, running the Canadian Airways, running American Airways. But then when you have somebody for your city, I mean, he from your city. Like, I mean, maybe they had city beef, personal beef back in the days we don't know about. But if somebody else from your city is popping, you supposed to help them. You supposed to bring them on. Then that's just another person that's representing the city for you. I can relate. Toronto could be taking over hip hop, and then hip hop done got took over by Canada. Like,
I mean,
I just
that's
felt
true.
like he was supposed to help him. Like when you look at Atlanta,
But listen
everybody
though,
helped each other.
listen though. Sometimes beef is just for fame. What if he was helping him in another way that would get people interested?
I mean, whole time that could be true. They
Saying
could
though,
have faked it.
but
They
I'm
could have
saying
faked it.
though, you never know. That's what people do. People do stuff that's gonna be entertaining and conflict and violence. Not necessarily violence, but conflict and drama is gonna be more interesting than them making a song together. And it's an okay song, but if they mad at each other going back and forth, folks gonna be ready to hear both of them. And they gonna be like, oh, this joint was fire. Let me go listen to some more music by Tory Lanez, or let me listen to some more music by Drake. You know,
Whole
it's all a
time.
scheme. It's all a scheme. But that's what I think.
I mean,
Like, it
if
could
that
be real.
was the case, then I mean, maybe I don't know. Cause Tory Lanez, to me anyway, cause I don't listen to Tory Lanez, but the only reason I know of him is because of his beef with Drake. That's the only reason I even know who Tory Lanez is. So
Look,
from
what I
so
tell
from what
you,
you're
what I
saying could be
tell you,
true. What you're
I'm
saying could
telling
be
you,
true. Cause it's like
I'm telling you.
before that I didn't know. All I knew is Drake was on More Life talking that good shit, and apparently that good shit was directed towards Tory Lanez. So if
Hey,
they're cool now that Tory Lanez is popping now, then I mean
guess what?
maybe I
Guess
don't know.
what?
I think that shit
Now
lame.
they look.
I wouldn't
Now they
fake
both
beef.
shining, but they both shining now. They're both shining. All
I
it
want
takes
I
is
want
beef.
fake beef. I want fake beef. Because
You you wouldn't want.
When you look at Atlanta, everybody help each other genuinely. Like Gucci, Migos, Savage, like Thug, they all collaborate together. They all make music together. They all promote
Okay.
it. They help each other. You never heard of none of them beefing. Like none of them had to like fake beef. They get the other one popping. They all just they help each other out, and they just yeah. Shout out to
But
the ATM.
but listen though, that's with Atlanta though. Atlanta, with Atlanta, if people beefing, people gonna choose sides. It's different everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And with Drake having so much hype, with him being so holding such a high standard in the rap game, have beef with him is like, why you got beef with Drake? I don't know. I just feel like it's all a money making scheme. Everything's set up. They know what they doing.
It
It's
could
all
be.
working. Like, and if it was real beef, do you think Drake really gonna care? I don't know though. With Meek Mill, I think that was definitely real beef.
Oh no, that was
But
real.
yeah, that was real, like legit.
That
But
was
with
real.
Tory Lanez, I don't think it was nothing serious. It could have been. Who knows?
That was real because Meek continues to go out bad 2 years after. That's real.
Oh man,
he going he going out bad 2 years after over something that's 2 years. He's still taking L's from 2 years ago. That was real. That ain't no publicity. My man's is just Meek
yeah,
Mill is just terrible. I'm sorry. It's just terrible.
yeah. That's what about. My friend love him.
Oh, he
But
just he
then,
just go outside. I used to be a Meek Mill fan until that happened. I'm not gonna lie. I used to fuck with Meek Mill, and when that happened, I just lost all my respect for my man's.
dang, that's
He
what
was
up.
just he was just going outside. And then the whole thing with Nicki Minaj, he just going outside.
You know, you live and you learn, man.
Just going outside. Well, in other hip hop center news, we got a new song from 21 Savage featuring Drake and Young Thug. It's a drop. It was leaked actually from 21 Savage's new album. It's supposed to come out on the first. I actually
What you
don't know
said
what
it
it's
was leaked,
called.
so it
Yeah,
was
it
not
was
supposed to be.
leaked. Nah, yeah, it won't come. Yeah, it won't post to. Cause they had released a snippet like a year ago, and it finally came out. The joint hard though. I mean, it's
What's the
hard,
name of
but
it?
you said what?
The name of it is sneaking.
No, it's a Sneaking is old.
Oh,
Sneaking was just Drake and 21 Savage. Now this is a 21 Savage song. It's Young Thug. It's 21
oh,
Savage featuring Thug and Drake.
it's called Issa.
It's a yeah. That joint is hard, but it's like Drake shouldn't have been on it because he had no reason to be on that type of a song.
Oh dang, it was too hard for Drake. Is that what you was
Not
playing?
it wasn't too hard. It was like
Let me see.
You got Savage and Thug. It's just the way they was flowing and the way that was rapping. And then
Listen
Drake
though.
just comes on and it's like she could have went harder. Like Drake, he just won 13 damn awards. It could have been like it's a
But you know what?
it's a
That's
500 million. I don't know. He just I don't know.
but you know what though? On that song we were just talking about sacrifices when I was
Oh, that
listening to
shit
it.
hard.
I heard like the way he switched up his beat went, the way he switched up his flow went genuinely like perfect with the beat.
Yeah, that shit
So
hard.
with
Thug had
this
the
song,
best verse, and I'm not a Thug fan, so for me to give Thug credit is serious.
what I love the why you
Nah,
playing?
I ain't a Thug fan.
Ah, and you go out too bad.
Ah,
Go out bad. He
what's
was a
going on
meat
with that?
a Thug
Wait,
fan.
what? The Thug,
Uh,
yeah. And we have more hip hop news. Offset got into it with Pull Up With a Stick rapper Shy Baby, however you pronounce it, and Lil Uzi Vert over the concept of wearing upside down crosses. I got into a Twitter argument over this
Wait,
too.
hold
With
up,
this,
wait. What you said, bro? You said he was wearing upside down crosses.
nah, Lil Uzi Vert be wearing upside down crosses, and then the nigga that made Pull Up With a Stick, Shy Baby, he be wearing upside down crosses. He be like 666 and all of that.
But
And the
what
Offset
he
had
said,
made an
what
Instagram post. It was
he
like y'all
said,
need to stop. He was like y'all need to stop that. Y'all need God, etc., etc.
okay.
And then they just started beefing. After that point, Kasai Baby was like, "Fuck you. Who asked for your opinion? You from the north. You know niggas from Gwinnett. Sweet. He was like, you from Gwinnett, etc., etc." And then they just
I know.
been they just been
But
getting
you know what
into it.
though? I feel as if when I was listening to an interview with Shy Baby once, and he was explaining that 666 stands for six protons, six neutrons, and six electrons,
Yeah,
saying
that's
that.
stupid though. I ain't even gonna lie. That just sound retarded.
But you know what though? I don't know what atom that is. I don't know.
I
He
don't know.
could be. It could. I mean, like you know, what I'm saying like a I don't know, an element or something like that.
BK, I need your
But
thoughts on this. 666, six electrons, six protons, six neutrons.
he
It's
said
like
that's what black people are. That's what black people are. That's what
yeah, he
that's
said
how-
it was like the center of melanin or something. I know what you're talking about. It has something to do with melanin. PK, I need you to speak on this because you
Wait,
be
so is he saying that those are like the elements that make up the melanin in our skin?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I gotta look this up. Six what?
Electrons, six protons, and six neutrons. I heard that, and when I heard that,
Oh wow,
I
that
thought that was just stupid
that
because
came up really fast in Google. Like it's the
I
first
just
thing.
it was just stupid to me. But I mean, cause like even if that's his philosophy, what they got to do with an upside down cross? An upside down cross is disrespectful to the Lord, and I believe in the Lord.
Hey,
I got into a
I'm
whole
telling you,
Twitter
telling
argument
you.
with this girl over this. She was like, "What's wrong with being a Satanist or whatever?" And then we had the conversation that we
Oh
had
nah, bro. I don't even
regarding
want to
that.
have this convo. God,
I mean, that's what
God,
she was saying.
good.
That's what she was saying. I was like, "Yo," I was like, listen. We had got into it. I mean, then we ended up getting into the whole Hebrew Israelite stuff. We're gonna say
Okay.
that for another episode. But my whole thing is upside down crosses, the devil, Wicca is not cool. It's not cool, man. Y'all can't be
Oh
doing
yeah.
that, man.
Nah, that's
Be
not cool. I
doing.
don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Y'all walking around with the upside down crosses is not cool, man. Your blessings will be removed as quick as you got them. And like
Yeah.
Offset wasn't even like he was like y'all need to be focused on like I need to be thanking God. Y'all in the position that y'all in because of God. Then they just started snapping on them. Then they just, I mean, they was trying Offset because he's from Gwinnett, and Gwinnett is sweet and all, but it's like
I
even
mean, not
not
necessarily, but
sweet.
regardless of Gannett, if Gannett is sweet, Offset has made it successful, and he just trying to show them,
Oh
look.
no, Offset not sweet. Offset that, yeah.
I'm saying though, you can't say
Yeah.
that though. You can't just speak on Gwinnett. You ain't from Gwinnett. You don't know nothing about no Gwinnett.
Well, no. I'm saying side baby was saying this. He was like he was saying you from Gwinnett. And I'm saying from the perspective of people who not from Gwinnett, people that's from Atlanta, view Gwinnett as being sweet. Cause Side Baby was like, you sweet. You from the north, nigga. You from Gwinnett, you sweet. Cause everybody I know, Zone Six. Shout out to the Six. Gwinnett sweet. I know people from Gwinnett. I went to middle school in Gwinnett. I mean, it's not Zone Six, but I mean it's Gwinnett.
Okay.
But PK,
Okay,
you got to get back
so
to me. Just
so basically, it is speaking on the melanin in your skin. So the carbon that makes up the melanin in people who have darker skin is apparently, when it's mentioned in the Bible, that's the beast that they're talking about is people of darker skin. So it has to do with that. So it is
I'm
touching
gonna
on
have to look
religion.
into that.
Um, Literally, you type in 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. Is the first link. The science of 666.
It said that black people were the beast that the Bible talk about.
Yeah, that's
Because I know
basically,
that's in Revelations, the beast and the dragon or whatnot.
yeah. It's basically talking on
Yeah.
how black
Revelations
people.
4 and 5.
Mm, mm-hmm.
It's basically black science, or if you want to call it that.
Okay. I
That's
catch you.
interesting. That's interesting. I don't believe that though, because I'm a Hebrew Israelite, so I know what the Bible has to say regarding black people. But we like we said, we just go hold that. But anyway,
We'll hold
that
that for a
is
different.
our hip hop center. We have our Netflix center segment. I think I'm gonna change the name of that to like the Netflix movie or TV show of the week. And this week, our Netflix TV show is actually a new show on Netflix, streaming on Netflix this summer. It's originally can be found on the CW, and it is called Riverdale. And I binge watched
In
it. I watched
Riverdale,
the whole
Georgia.
season. Riverdale. Shout out to Flop. But not that Riverdale. Not that Riverdale. If this was that Riverdale, this would be a really positive hybrid review. The things that I have to say about this show is just awesome.
Well, it is highly
Wait,
reviewed.
are you saying that the show was terrible, or are you saying that the content in it was terrible?
A little bit of the boat.
The Did you watch it, bro? You supposed to watch it.
I watched the first episode, and that was more than enough. That was more than enough.
I watched
So
this season because I wanted to know who killed the white boy.
the
I wanted to
season
know who killed the white boy.
has 13 episodes, and they call it chapters for some reason. Wait, I know the reason, but I'll get into that later. So on Rotten Tomatoes, it got a 89%.
They got 89 for real?
It got 89. On
There's no way.
IMB whatever, it got a 7.8. Well, 7.9 out of 10.
I need to know what the Vampire Diaries got. Listen, Riverdale is awful.
It's
Okay,
trash.
I watched 13 hours worth of this. I watched the entire season, and the only reason I finished the season is because I was interested into who killed. I had theories as to who killed the white boy, and I wanted to see if my theory was right, and I was. I was right. And when I finished it, I was like, I was right. It was just,
What
yeah.
was it? Was it the one who was with him?
No, his father killed him. But
Oh,
we can't spoil it. We can't
spoiler!
spoil the show because
You
they
spoiled the
might,
show.
somebody might be like, I want to go watch Riverdale. But I mean, it's awful. But if you want to watch it, then I mean, go ahead. No, no, no. But I was right. The father killed him. The father.
Wow.
Well, official spoiler alert. Official spoiler alert. The father killed the son because the father, whole time the father was selling heroin and cocaine, but his cover up business was selling syrup, like maple syrup. And then when the son
What?
figured out,
Wait, hold up, bro. Wait, what?
listen. The
Bro, I
father,
think
right? No, no, no. This is the show. This is the show. The father runs an empire of selling maple syrup, right? The son was supposed to take over the company and sell maple
these folks
syrup.
gotta live in the country.
Oh yeah, everybody white. But what? But the son figured out that the father was really selling heroin and cocaine,
Okay.
but he was using the maple syrup as a cover up on the front side. On the flip side, he really was like a really big drug lord. So the son figured this out, and he didn't want to run the company no more. He tried to go run away with his girlfriend, which is a subplot. It's like the second main storyline with his girlfriend. And actually, let me tell you, the girlfriend is actually his cousin. Let me tell you,
Well,
this show was for white people. I'm not trying to like stereotype or be racist or like anything like that, but this show is just for white people, Mo.
listen, bro, hold on.
The
Let me say,
man got his
no,
cousin
listen,
pregnant.
don't say, you can't say it's for white people. It's for all people, but it's just something that stereotypically thinking.
It is for white people. Stereotypically thinking how people stereotype white people like incest and all of that other foolishness, and how like white people interact with their parents, how they can just tell their mom, I'm leaving and there's nothing you can do about it if you try to stop me. It's just wild. It's just wild.
Keep this in mind. They're sophomores in high school.
They're sophomores in high school. My man's get his cousin pregnant, but in his defense, he didn't know it was his cousin because, well, it's the backstory to it. You just have to watch the show. I don't feel like explaining it. But at the end of the day, he got his third cousin pregnant, and then so the father killed him. So the whole season, it's about a lot of things. It's about but the main storyline is who killed this boy. Then there's like 20 other weird ass things going on that just don't make sense. Like this it's just wild. Listen, Riverdale is terrible. It was on the CW, so that's the reason why I watched it, because the vampires and the Vampire Diaries and the originals, like my two favorite shows, air on the CW. So I have faith within the network. But this show is terrible. That's my review of it for all of the beautiful viewers that's listening. Don't even waste your time. I wouldn't do it.
So
Listen,
here's
watch
my.
Futurama. Futurama is amazing.
Okay, I'll back that up. That is amazing. But also the reason why you shouldn't
Wait,
watch.
are y'all talking about Futurama the cartoon?
Yes,
Yeah,
that is amazing.
Do they like make new episodes, or y'all just talking about
nah, they're
animated?
Bro,
done.
I just started watching it on Netflix like when we got out of school. I just started watching it and this shit is just hilarious.
Wait, is this
I
your
gotta
first
go
time
watch.
watching?
Yeah, I used to watch Family Guy, but Family Guy is genuinely racist, so I stopped watching it.
Oh my gosh, you will enjoy
Family Guy is
Futurama.
like
What she say?
it's like South Park.
What?
Futurama.
South Park is. Oh.
I gotta watch South Park. I haven't I've never seen South Park.
What? Where you been at, bro?
I've never seen none of these shows like Family Guy, like Boon. I just seen Boondocks.
What?
What?
Like I just
What?
never seen these shows.
Your mother must shelter you, this boy.
On the slick. She made me have the life I had because she was like, she was yeah. She's like, you can't watch that. You're not watching it.
All right, so let me go ahead and hit on the points of why you shouldn't watch Riverdale. From my point of view, it's bad writing, but for some reason it will have you coming back to watch more. Um,
Cause you want to know who killed the man, but I gave it away now.
Yeah, so there's no reason for you to continue watching. Uh,
None at all.
and it's based off of a comic, Archie comics. So they have source material, but they don't really use it. The only thing they keep is the characters' names, and that like their clothes. So it's basically a CW drama using different people's names and different people's like copyright material to sell a product, which is this show, and this show sucks. And by the way,
He's so professional.
the main character is like in a secret relationship with one of the teachers, which is like in the comic she's like 80, but in the show she's like what in her 30s or something.
I had
It's
teachers that I wanted to yeah.
yeah,
I had a few teachers I
So
would
that
yeah.
but no, they weren't like people who are 80 in a 30-year-old body. There were 30-year-old people.
Hey, look, listen. Riverdale is just terrible. That was our Netflix spotlight. That sounded like a good. Oh, that's a good name for it. The Netflix spotlight. Riverdale is a terrible show. Hopefully next week we have something beneficial and that's good to watch, like
oh my goodness,
Futurama.
y'all know what's a good show though?
What? How to Get Away
Dear,
with Murder?
Dear White People.
They can't. Oh no, oh they didn't cancel that. They didn't cancel that. Yeah, Dead White People was just. I loved it. I needed
Yeah,
more
that
than
was
10 episodes.
Good thing
what
this
I
is
sat and
season
watched the
two.
whole season in one night.
I needed more than 10 episodes. I thought you was about to say the Get Down because they canceled the Get Down, which kind of ticked me off. The
Which
Get
I enjoy.
the Get Down was it was like an all black and Latino cast. It was about hip hop, authentically about like hip hop in New York in the '70s. It was authentic to the culture. And of course they canceled it, but they have shows like Riverdale. Well, Riverdale isn't a Netflix show. The Get Down is a Netflix original. But
Wait. So did they like cancel the first season,
the
second season?
second season, the
Oh,
first season aired. They didn't they canceled the second season, but it did numbers. I mean, you're the
well,
researcher. You can see if the show did numbers, but
But
yes. The
y'all,
second season got to like episode 5, so
yeah, they canceled.
did y'all see 13 Reasons Why? I know y'all seen that.
Ah, we ain't even gonna get into that. That is,
Um,
listen,
did
listen,
y'all read the
listen.
book? I read the book.
It's a book. I didn't know it was a
Yes,
book.
it's a book. I read the
Is
book
the
and finished
book
the
better than
book.
the show? Because the show was completely trash.
What? What?
What?
And you
the
Oh,
whole world would disagree with you because on Rotten Tomatoes that got an 86.
what? Yep,
no.
yep. They about to get at me in them comments. Listen.
Listen,
13 reasons
listen.
why it's trash.
What's
And the
wrong?
reason why it is trash is
It's
because of
because
the
it's a mom.
reasons. No, it's because of the reasons she decided to kill herself. I'm not
Bruh,
gonna spoil
no.
you this show. No, no,
That's
no.
not
I'm not gonna
that.
spoil you this
Sit
show.
down. Sit
So
down.
y'all
Stop.
would just have to
Stop.
watch it. No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
need you to stop right there because you can't say that, bro. Everybody different, bro. That's
No, no,
so
no, no, no.
inconsiderate, bro. Like, look what you just said.
The
People
reasons?
really, people really end their life because of stuff like
Shay.
that, bro.
So you mean to tell me? I'm not going to talk about one of the real reason, the last reason. I don't want to spoil this show for anybody who didn't see it, because I watched it and I enjoyed it. I disagree with the reasons why. Now let me just say why I disagree.
The reason because of
Some of the reasons were like, yeah, I can understand why she would feel the way that she felt. Some of the reasons, however, you can sleep. You could have slept some of that shit off. Like, okay, one of them I'm gonna have to spoil it. Whatever. One of them was the dude Alex. When she said he made the list, and she was like, she got the best ass out of the class, and then everybody was trying to fuck her. Now I can understand how that can make a girl feel a certain way, like all
but
these
listen
people
though.
trying to use her for
Listen.
sex. Hold on,
What
let me finish.
okay, okay.
I can understand the negative aspects of that. You can feel like sexually confused and everybody just trying to have sex with you and everybody's looking at you kind of sexually. I can understand how that can mess with a girl's mental.
Okay.
However,
But
at the same time,
let me
so
I'm ready to
many girls,
explain why it's so
so
bad.
many girls go through that I don't feel like that is enough for you to be like, okay, I'm ready to kill myself because all these niggas, or all of these people are trying to smash me. That
Okay.
happens to like
Let me tell you,
everybody.
bro. Listen though. Listen, what make it so bad? You can't say it happened to everybody because everybody deals with stuff different. So, hello.
True,
I'm
true.
on. Okay,
She said,
okay. I'm just
hello.
making sure.
You want
Okay. So first and foremost, nobody ever had sex with Hannah. Nobody ever had the sex with her. So for him to say that is basically him saying that he slept with her, that somebody slept with her, that multiple people slept with her to know that she had the best ass. So
there's
it's
rumors
like
like
that.
that not happen though. Does that not happen
But
to everybody? Has a rumor like that
but
not happened to you?
okay, but it's the no. That has never happened to me because I don't degrade myself or put myself in situations that could be said about me.
Okay, granted, it
But
hasn't happened to you, but I know it has happened to probably 80% of females.
okay,
People made
but
up a rumor saying that they slept with them. It happens.
But listen though, that one thing, that person, and then on top of that, Alex was her friend. He was. She told him that this boy said made a rumor about her, and he went behind her back and did the same thing the boy did. So what do
True,
you mean?
true,
She was totally
true,
betrayed. Like
true.
she
No.
entrusted in him and spoke with him and told him and vented to him about her problems, and he went and did something that was done to her.
Now I'm not taking none of that away. I'm not saying that
And then
that's
on top of
okay.
that,
That's
he was.
okay.
I'm
I'm
never
saying
saying
that's
it's
not
okay. Look,
something that you kill yourself over. That's not something
but
that should
bruh, if
bring
you
you to the
are
point that you
alone,
want to die.
listen though. If you are alone, you don't have no friends. You in a new town, and those are the only
She
two.
wasn't alone. She had Clay. If you watch that show, her and Clay
Man,
met. She was put. I don't care what nobody says. She pushed away Clay. Clay was right there the whole everything through everything.
she
Clay was
pushed
her
him away
man's.
because
Clay was her
she
man's.
assumed,
She
but
pushed the
she
one
assumed
person
he
she
was
had
like
away.
everyone else. She assumed he was like everyone else.
You can't assume.
But she did. Look at the situation she's in. Look how everybody treated her. What do you expect?
Because Clay was the man's, and then on top of that, if we look
But
at
you
this
have to
from a
be
real world perspective,
fair-minded about it.
no, I am. But if you look at it though, right? She had Clay. Now she pushed Clay away. She also had that girl at the beginning of the show. At any given point in time, even though that girl moved, I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to like mess it up for nobody. But she could have, in what this show is based in like the time that we live in now. She could have called her, tweeted her, DM'd her, Instagrammed her, Facebooked her. She could have found a way to get in contact with the girl,
Okay.
and she
All
could
right.
have been.
You hold
That
up.
girl
Wait.
could have been there.
Listen.
That girl could have
Listen.
pulled up. Let's just be realistic. She could have had a
But she
week.
was
She
all
could have
in
went to her
college.
house for a
Were you
weekend.
not?
She could have came
In
back for a
school, bro.
weekend.
Let me talk, bro. Listen, hey, when you were in college and people will call you, sometimes you would be too busy to talk. Would you not?
Yeah,
Could you
I'm in
just
college
leave?
now. I'll be dubbing. I'll be rejecting everybody.
I'm telling. That's what I'm saying. So if her friend is in college, her friend can't make time for her. Her friend can't come home. And
But
she didn't even
but
live there no more.
but nobody. But I'm just looking at it from a realistic standpoint. If somebody calls me, well, if it was real, I understand what you're saying because all three of us in college, we get busy, we can't answer the phone. But if
But
this
I don't
is,
talk to nobody. No one.
if I mean, I don't talk to nobody back home either, except for my family. But if it's somebody that I'm really close with, and they're calling me consistently, you're not busy every single day. There's gonna be a day that you have time that you can call back and talk to them. And I am
But you
I
just
am
be
pretty
you're not
sure if
you're
she
not
would have if
you're
she
not
would
being
have
open
if
minded
she would
about this.
have explained to her what was going on, there could have been a weekend. They could have planned that she could have went to college. She could have stayed at her dorm. She could have went to her house. And then her parents had her back the most. Her mother was her man's out of everybody. So we're not even gonna argue that. Her mother was like,
Bruh.
yeah, her mother was there for her.
When
They
her
had
mo-
they had
her parents disputed too much amongst each other. Her
they
parents
had
would
real
go to
life
the
issues.
store. No, in the book it wasn't like that.
Well, I
Her
don't know
pa-
about the book. I don't know about the book.
I'm saying like the background part of it wasn't.
But like from the way that the show proceeded, the parents were arguing over money issues, which is what all parents argue over. But at the end of the day, even though her parents argue, her mother was at her side. Her father was at her side. When the
They
way
were
that I
at her
looked at the
side, but
show,
they weren't there. They
the
were
way that
not.
I looked at the show, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. Well, nah, I don't feel that comfortable with it to say it on the podcast. Everybody gonna hear it.
You
I know
just
people. I know people who have dealt with suicide before. I'm gonna say that, but and the reasons that they had were like, yeah, I killed myself too. And if anybody who like really knows me and know my history and whatnot, yeah, like I'm not trying to sound like a jerk to this subject. It's just that I know people regarding this subject. I know people, and I've had my own experiences. I was like, it was just this show compared to those experiences. They just don't compare. I mean, it's the few things that happened that was yeah, but like most of the things that happened to Hannah were things that happened to a lot of people in high school.
But
And the
the
way that
point
I
of
looked
this
at it is like
show, the principle of this show is not to say that there are bigger problems. The principle of it is to show that the little things matter. The little things that people do to antagonize and discourage people can end somebody's life. It can make them very sensitive. It's not saying that everybody else's troubles are not as great as her troubles. It's saying that even these little things could cause something so big. It's not
well, that is true.
that's what
That
I'm
is true.
that's what it's
I'm not
implying.
going.
Like, it's not trying to say you got to go through this much just to kill yourself. It's saying that you can go through this much and still kill yourself. It's not trying to compare a
That is
comparison. It's just
true.
trying to show folks when they're tormented and when they are like just
That is true.
attacked, they
But
feel weak and they don't have nobody to go to.
to
You
contradict,
know
to
what I'm saying?
contradict, to contradict what you said. And
Okay.
once again, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole or a jerk or nothing towards
Devil's
people
advocate.
who are, yeah, like if somebody's going through these things, I mean, and they need somebody, it's a serious situation. So I don't want nobody
But
to
she
take it
went
that
to
way.
somebody to get
But
help and no one helped
but
her.
at the same
That's the
time,
principle.
and we just got to be honest here, Hannah was weak. Like I said,
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm not trying
She
to
was
sound
weak,
like
but
like an
listen,
asshole, but she was weak. Because a
but
lot
that's
of
the
those
truth.
things she could have got through. A strong person, and those things, the things that you go through make you strong. Like me personally, it's too much shit. I couldn't be broke that easy because I went through some shit for real. That it's gonna take a lot for somebody to really get through to me. So like me watching this, I'm like, Hannah's weak. Like what you going through. I mean, I'm not trying to take nothing away from what she's going through or what anybody in the world could be going through. But it's like that type of stuff is supposed to make you strong. What Hannah was going through, except for that last joint, was supposed. I feel like it's supposed to make you strong. When people make rumors up about you when your friends turn on you. Like her being alone makes you strong. Like I heard somebody say it was a quote. Somebody said it was like it was directed towards men because it was like if you're not a man if you can't stand on your own 2 feet, if you can't be alone, if you can't be by yourself, then you're not a man. And like watching it, I'm like she can't. She mad because she don't have no friends. She mad 'cause she, and I'm not saying that's a good thing because everybody wants friends, but at the same time, it's like I feel like you should be strong enough that if you don't have no friends, you can be okay with that because that's not gonna last forever. It's not like you're gonna be just by yourself forever. Eventually, you gonna make some friends, and then in high school, nobody's really your best friend. That shit come
But
and go.
listen, let me tell you something though, bro. You just said she weak. If she's
Yeah,
weak, she was. Of course she's weak. Look what she went through, and look how it hurt her. She
and
didn't have nobody to She didn't have
it
no
was
one.
supposed
She
to
didn't have
make
no
her
one
stronger.
make. It didn't, but it didn't. It did. She didn't have nobody to help her. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Like felt
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
She felt so out of tune with the world and so such as an outcast that she just ran away from her problems.
Question.
It was just overwhelmed.
This is
Right.
Yes.
coming from someone who hasn't read the book, who hasn't watched it. Just fill me in. Was there any time where she could have went to a guidance counselor or talked to
Yes.
some
Oh,
complete
let me answer it.
stranger?
Let me answer it. Let me answer it. Let me answer that.
But
She went to the guidance counselor at the end.
spoiler alert,
And I ain't
spoiler
gonna lie,
alert.
I ain't gonna lie, he was on
This
some
is
bullshit.
spoiler alert,
He
right?
was on
You're
some
ruining the
bullshit.
show.
But wait. It's a guidance counselor. Okay, cool. This is a spoiler alert, but to answer your question, she was damn. I was gonna say she was in the poetry club, but then old dude fucked up the poetry club for her. Now that I remember. But I'm still sticking with the fact that she could have talked to her man's Clay. I don't want to get too much into it, but any given point in this show, she could have sat him down, even because they used to work together. Instead of them being so, she was kind of awkward. So what? I mean,
Bruh, let me
play.
say,
She
listen,
could
listen.
have sat him
If
down
so,
and been like,
no,
"Hey,
no,
this
no,
is what's
no.
going
If
on in
you
my
like,
life."
no,
She could have.
listen,
She could have
listen. No,
did
no,
that.
no, no,
She
no,
could
no,
have
no, no,
did
no,
that.
no. If you like somebody, you're not finna tell them everything that's wrong with you because you gonna feel as if that they're not gonna like you no more. She told that boy. She told what's his name, the Asian. I don't know his
Yeah, the
name.
Asian
She
boy.
t-
Yeah, I don't know his
she
name.
told she wrote and
He's in
told him what was
Riverdale,
wrong
by
with
the way.
her. Okay, but listen, she wrote and told him exactly what was wrong with her. She said that she's going through a lot. She wrote the paper and sent it to him. He didn't do nothing about it. She tried to tell him, and then when she did go to the counselor to tell him how she was feeling, he said, "You'll be fine. Just get over it."
No, that's not even true.
Yes,
Because well,
yes,
no. That's
yes,
true. That's
yes,
true.
yes.
That's
Okay,
true.
I know.
But the
Okay,
counselor
okay.
did. The counselor told her something else, and she refused to tell him. But all in all, I feel like the show, to me anyway, the show, because you said you read the book too. So I feel like you probably know more, because books always give more depth to it. I feel like the show could have did a better job of showing a person who was alone. Because when you watch this,
Honestly,
to me,
but it's
she was never truly alone and by herself until the very end. But going through it, there was always, and even in that Mexican boy, man, at the end of the show when she gave the Mexican boy the tapes, she could have her last thing she could have did before she gave him the tapes. She could have played him the tapes. She could have tried to confine within the Mexican boy. Listen,
but her
I
mind
just
was
feel
made
like I
up.
feel like the show. Yeah, her
Her
mind was better
mind
at
was
that point.
made up.
Her mind was better
Her
point.
mind
I
was
Um,
feel
made.
like the show did a poor
last point.
job. What?
Do you think it was selfish of her to take her life?
I feel like you can never say selfish. It's selfish to say that it was
I
selfish of her.
mean, nah, I don't think.
But
Yeah,
her
'cause it's like,
to know what
I
she was
mean,
going through. Like
yeah.
she was feeling too hurt and she was feeling too emotional. It just it wasn't fair on her end, and she didn't know how to deal with it. So the only way she
I
felt
feel
like she
like the
could deal
only
with it was
person that she kind of did dirty by killing herself in a way, if you look at it from a selfish point of view, it's her mother. Because her mother, when you watch the show, her mother was trying, and it's nothing wrong with trying. I'm not gonna say her mother was like her rock for real, but her mother was doing a good job of a mother. To me, anyway, it's like her mother cared about her. Her mother was
But
there
you
for
know what
her.
though?
Her mother
In,
was not
in the
neglecting
book,
her. Her mother was there for her.
in the book, her parents were like not in the book at all.
Yeah, well, see, I mean, when books and the shows are always different, but
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
I guess they were trying to emphasize more her parents, but in the book, her parents after she died, they shut the store down. They just moved away.
regardless of, I mean, for anybody, if there's anybody out there, if it's somebody who's suicidal who decided to click on this video and listen to it, find somebody to talk to.
There's a
Anybody.
hotline that will help assist
That
you through the
hotline is full.
problem.
Man, no, they get paid to fake help you. But I mean, I'm not like my whole point about that show, not about suicide or about people going through things in general, but the show itself, I just feel did a poor job of showing that. Because when you watch this, it's too many instances where she didn't have to do what she did, and that's just from the show. That's the producers and the
But
director
they but
fault.
what they
That's their fault because
but
they didn't
what they're
show it.
implementing that you can kill yourself in any situation, anything. You don't have to be going through like the absolute worst to kill yourself. You can have a beautiful life and still feel like the world is after you. That and then
I mean, that's
it's
true.
signify it's signifying that this the things that girls go through. This is the thing that a young lady can go through, and it will torment her, and it will just
Oh yeah, a
have her
lot of this, yeah.
functional.
This was
That
definitely woman, teenage girl oriented, because all of her problems was what I feel like a lot of girls go through, which is a reason why I said she was, because I know a lot of girls that make a it's a lot of people that, oh, I hear her too, and I know a lot of girls that they don't like. They may try to act in front of you like it don't bother them, but that shit really fuck with them on the inside. But they were strong enough to get through it, and it made them a stronger person.
they were, she wasn't. Everybody not
I
the same.
feel like I feel,
Take
but like
one.
every you need to get stronger. Cause I mean the world ain't sweet. Like
Bro,
life ain't sweet.
you can't tell people they need to get stronger. That's inconsiderate of what they're going through.
But you can't baby people. I mean, I wouldn't
So
baby. Like,
so what you're saying is the world. So if you're having a problem, the world should just soften up for you.
yeah, like that ain't
No
life.
such
Like
thing. There's no such thing.
that ain't like you gonna have to. It's gonna come a point in time where man or girl, you're gonna have to get right, or the world gonna eat you alive. This shit wicked out here. And it's like I'm thinking, cause like my parents, my mother and my stepfather, they like they ain't. I don't know. It's like I'm just raised not to I'm a strong individual. I can take a lot, and I've been through a lot. I can take a lot, cause it's just like the world. Cause if you get so hurt so easily, and you always trying to run at somebody, and you always want to like cry and stuff, you're not gonna make it in the world. The world ain't nothing to play with. I mean, I just feel like if you're going through stuff, you just got to learn. It's all you can always have an outlet. Like I wrote poetry. That's how I started writing. And like
Then she write
going
poetry and somebody posted her poetry and everybody was like, "This girl is crazy." It might be
see
Hannah Baker.
see that's a whole spoiler. They don't gotta post their poetry though. They can write. I had journals of I just like the little spiral notebooks and stuff. You can write it, and
But you know what?
you can write.
Certain
I
stuff,
feel good writing it. I didn't need
certain
nobody else
stuff
to
does
read it and
not work for
validate it.
everyone. Just because stuff works for you does not mean it works for everyone.
Well, yeah, you
You
you have
know?
to find that thing. You have to find that one thing that you can be at peace with.
And she did, and it was taken away from her.
What she get in peace with?
She was a writer, and then he posted her writing, and she just said, "You know, I'm not doing this no more."
True, but I mean you have to find what you like, no matter what you're going through. Find what you like, and if you can't find nothing, I'm finna sound like my granny. You gotta find you gotta be spiritual. Pray to the Lord. There's one thing the show didn't touch on was the spirit, and that would have been interesting if the show would have did like if she would have. It would have been the episode when she would have prayed and because like that helps people. Like religion helps people. Whatever religion you choose to do, it helps people.
That's really true, honey.
That would have been interesting to see them because she didn't do that. She didn't try to pray. I mean, the show don't say if she was atheist or whatever. But like, if you was a spiritual person, go to church. I mean, she could have went to church, a
But
black
you
church.
know,
A
if they
black
would have
church
did,
there for you.
if they would have, if that's the truth. But if they would have did that, it would have had them directed towards a specific religion. If that show was about Muslim, would you have watched it? Not saying anything wrong with people being Muslim or somebody being Buddhist or anything
Well,
other than
no,
your religion. Would you have still been intrigued to watch it if that was her religion she went to?
yeah, I would have watched it. Well, I watched it based off the hype. I didn't even know it was about a girl killing herself until I read it on Netflix. When I first heard about it, I thought somebody killed somebody else, and it was 13 reasons why they killed somebody or some shit like that. And then when I
Hmm.
got on when I read the little summary, I was like, oh, she killed herself. I was like, oh, why she kill herself? But I mean, I just think they could have had an episode at least about religion, or she could have prayed. She could have just because when all things else fail, you can turn to religion. Even if you're not, I mean, even if you a spiritual, if you're not a spiritual person, you can just fake. I don't know,
I
but
was about to say, how can you turn to religion if you
because
don't?
I know, because of you, people like you. I don't know what to tell people like you.
Oh
Y'all
well,
ain't got long.
shit. I don't. I just toughen up. Like there was a point where
That's what I'm saying. Like,
there was a point where I did want to do that to myself, where I did want to end my life, but I was like, shit. I'm not getting answers from above, so I gotta look in the strength within me to keep going on. So, from that
oh,
point
you went
on,
through that? Really?
yeah, there was a
Oh,
point where I would have taken my life, but I was like, the fuck am I
why
gonna
you
do
ain't
that
tell me that
for?
when I told you when we was out to school that day? We're gonna talk about that after the show. We had that deep ass conversation. We was after school. I'm being
Cause
all deep.
literally,
Jamal leaving stuff out.
literally, I block stuff out of my brain that isn't necessary, and I
To
just
be
move
honest, I
on.
do that too. A lot of bad stuff I don't like to remember. I don't think about it. I
Yeah,
just
just block it out and keep
yeah, it's
moving.
like boxed off. Yeah,
I
but I
do
mean,
that a
all in all,
lot.
to anybody out there, get the help that you need. To everybody, get strong. Because I mean, we're all strong individuals.
Or
And
just keep blocking it off until you're on your deathbed and let it all out when you're dying.
Okay.
That's like a no. No. Why
I'm
don't you
saying,
just
what
let
was
it
that?
all out? You gotta get rid of it now, so you won't have to
Go,
regret it.
go run around and scream. Exercise and relieve stress, man. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do to not like kill yourself. To like, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. But
Well,
like,
we don't know
but
because
like I said, no,
you,
no, no. I know a
you
lot
can't
of
just
people
throw that
was
up.
that moment. Because I mean, it was a point. I mean, like I don't feel like talking about my own personal stuff. But it's just I just know. So like I'm speaking from experience. Is you can overcome it. You can overcome it. Even when you feel like it ain't nothing you can do. I promise you, you can
So, are you
overcome it.
encouraging people right now?
To do what? Am I
No.
encouraging people? I feel like I don't well, it's not. They're gonna be like I'm not. I feel like they're gonna hate me in the comments, but it's like it's not
It's
necessarily
a little too late
encouragement.
for that, but okay.
It's like it's reality. Like this is like I hate because like I'm not trying to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not gonna never sugarcoat. This is the world. Like this is life. Like it's hard now. It's gonna be hard again, and it's gonna be hard after that. But it's not gonna be hard forever. You have the power over your life to make it peaceful. You have the power. I mean, Hannah could have told her parents what was going on. They could have moved. They could have moved to another school. She could have
She
been. I mean,
told her parents.
it's
She
a
told her
whole.
parents. She told her parents she wanted to move. I said, "Honey, we just got here. We can't move. It's good
All
for
right.
business."
Okay. Okay. Well, damn.
I've seen
Okay.
situations
Yeah.
in which
Yo,
kids have
she's
gone
old.
about like
She's old.
independently done their paperwork to get themselves separated from the family to move out on their own.
I
If
mean,
it's
that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. I
if it's
mean,
that bad, then you would go to whatever lengths to get yourself out of that situation, wouldn't you
I
think?
feel like, yeah, I feel like in those situations, it either makes or break you. And Hannah got broken. It either makes or break you. It makes you stronger, or it breaks you and you crumble. Uh, Excuse me. Hopefully, I mean,
That was disgusting, bro. Never.
that just came out while I was talking. It made me. I'm gonna raise my kids when I have kids one day, so that when they go through these things, my kids don't break because it's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Hannah could have became anything in the world. A lot of people, a lot of famous people, a lot of people who are very successful came from these type of situations. Like there's life out there. Never fit. I hate when people be like this. It's never the end of the world until the world ends. It's always light at the end of the tunnel, and that is our Netflix center. That shit got real.
That
Cause we
that
got a
that's
whole other topic.
oh wait,
We
what?
got we got the relationship joint.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it just got fired. It got fired. The podcast got fired.
Shit, I should have stopped that when I had the chance. Anyway,
We got
moving on.
yeah this was actually the main topic of the day.
Oh, no.
And
The
the relationship.
Netflix was the main topic.
It became that. It became. I didn't know we was gonna talk about all that, but this is good for business. It's good for business. All right.
Get
The
your
rela-
face ass off.
the relationship. It's relationships. We're actually gonna do a series where we talk about relationships, like but different things within a relationship. And this week we're gonna talk about when is it okay to move on after a breakup. Now this one is
Right away.
personalized. This one is personalized for me because I was in a relationship for 5 years and 9 months, and she now has a new boyfriend. We've been broken up for about 6 months, and she has a new boyfriend. And let me just put it out there that right after we broke up, she was fucking another nigga. And no, I'm not slow. I know they was fucking while we together, so I don't need nobody going in on me on the comments talking about something she was already fucking them. Cause when we broke, I'm talking about like 2 days after we broke up, she was fucking with somebody else. I'm like, ain't no way in hell you met him in 2 days and y'all been fucking. But the question, regardless, is when is it okay to move on after a breakup? Because I myself have a person that I low key, well, on the high key, want to be in a relationship with, but I high key still have feelings for my ex, and I'm not quite ready to make that commitment, knowing that I still
Well,
fuck
Right
with my ex.
away. Right away. I mean, you guys already said
it's,
you're
I
parting
was
ways. Just move on.
You can move on if you was together for a month. We was together for 5 years and 9 months. Damn
That's
this
like that's
shit.
that's like saying, "Hey, we just got this divorce. I'm not ready to move on, but can we like still be together, but still move on at the same time?" It doesn't work like that.
It
What?
doesn't. It's like you
What?
When you
just really you're making yourself like
stagnate.
yeah, and you making like you want to stay with them, but it's not meant to be. So
No, I'm
like the
not
only
saying
thing you
I'm
can
not
do
trying
is
to
like
be with her. No, no, we don't need to be together at all. God no. I mean, the relationship is over, but it's like in six. Like I'm. It's damn. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hurt. I'm kind of butthurt that she got a new boyfriend already. I feel like I needed more time.
well that's you,
So
bro.
what you're saying is that you're a little upset that she moved on before you moved on.
No, was it before me? I just feel like it wasn't enough time. Like,
For
how do
who?
you all? How do you get out of a relationship for 5 years and already have a new boyfriend? Like, what do you know about this person? Like, how can you like? And then her, like the way that she is when she's in a relationship, it's like you're married. It's like she goes into it with the idea of one day we can be married. Like that's the kind of girl that she was. So it's like knowing that this new nigga is like how can you see yourself with this new nigga? I
Are
mean, I
you
Maybe
just don't understand.
listen though, she's just trying to get over you and move on. So
That's what
with
I
that
thought. I
said,
figured that
she's
she
trying
was
not
just
to.
using him. He was gonna be the expended boyfriend that is used just to get over me until she get like another real boyfriend, which would
Yeah,
probably be me because we probably gonna get back together.
so,
but listen,
and
bro.
this is what it boils down back to. You're just hoping for her to come back.
You know
Yeah,
who I'm talking about too.
Yeah, I do. I do.
I don't know if Shazam do. I don't know if we talked about it when we was in school.
nah. I remember you was speaking about it before, but that's when
That's
y'all were together.
I'm surprised people knew we was together at school. I was wild. I was wild. So y'all both agree when you break up, it's fair game, huh?
Yeah, you
I
both.
feel like honestly, if I was in this situation, I was in a long time relationship with someone. I would not hop back in a relationship. I would get myself together. I mean, if somebody came along interested in me, I
I
probably
mean, yeah, you
wouldn't.
can
I wouldn't.
entertain them, but
I
like
mean,
to
yeah,
date them,
I would entertain them, but I just wouldn't give them my undivided attention. Honestly, I don't know. It could he could have been a nice guy for her though.
fuck them. That's how I feel for real. I
Man,
do not fuck with this nigga, bro. Hey, look, thank y'all for tuning in. I thought I was gonna see y'all. I messaged her like 2 days ago because we didn't speak. We were friends. Like after we broke up, we went through like the bad part of the breakup when you beefing. We was beefing, and then we started acting our ages, and then we became friends, and we were talking, and I thought we was getting back together, and then some like
dang, but
we didn't get together. But
if
anyway, we're
you,
like
you like, only way you ever gonna get closure if you move on yourself. Honestly.
I feel like I've moved on though. It's like I
Not
moved
move
on
on with
from the
somebody
fact.
else. Move on with your life. Like move on to the next chapter. Get focused on something else. Get
Well, that's
involved
what
with something
that's
else
what
where you
this that's what this
distracted from it.
podcast is. Because this podcast is really a distraction. it's it's me trying to build my future. So when I go to New York, I'm gonna tell Charlamagne the God I got a podcast. You know he does the Brilliant Idiots. I'm gonna be like, put me on the Brilliant Idiots. Listen to my podcast and put me on yours. Move up in the world. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be doing radio and then be writing movies. I'm gonna be
Here, I
nah.
have a recommendation for you. Seeing how you're stuck up on this whole girl thing, find this book or the audiobook version of it. It's called The Rational Male. Read it, listen to it, whichever one. It will give you all your answers. That's
Oh,
basically it.
I really do. I really do miss that girl. And I'm saying this to the world. I miss her. Even though by the end of the summer, I know it's like it's two girls that I talk to now. I'm talking too much. I ain't even gonna talk about all that. Thank you for joining us. We are Third Perspective, man. I am Shazam with Shazam and PK.
Yeah, Shazam. Y'all know. Follow my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc.
PK
SHAY.
has no social media. PK is a
DAM.
loner.
Instagram.
PK is the male version of Hannah Baker. I'm just playing. That's not
Oh,
funny.
you're
That's
right
not.
though. I'm about to
That's
end my
not.
life tonight.
That's not. All right,
Oh hell no, you crazy. Nah, bro. Really? You need to go read the Bible.
Hey, we gotta put. Please have humor in the YouTube channel description, so they won't think we just complete jackasses. We gotta please have a good sense of humor.
Bro, you
Nah, but
tripping, bro. Don't be playing like that.
he kind of wild, and I don't know what he on.
He did that. Well, nah.
Look, man, I am Shazam. That's Twitter is at Mighty Soprano. Instagram is at Shazam the Don. I am on Tinder. I'm on Tinder.
Oh,
I made a Tinder. This girl made me make a Tinder last night. She told me she was on Tinder, and the only way you can message people is if they like you physically, which I thought was fine. That eliminates that eliminates a lot of things. So, yeah, I like that. I'm only going to talk to people who actually find me attractive, which is really fine to me because it's like
so
What is
it
Tinder?
eliminates some bullshit.
so what are you gonna tell me like 3 months in when you don't get matched?
You try me like I look like you. Stop playing with me. I already
Oh,
got
okay.
I woke up to like 6 matches this morning. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta tell my mans about Twitter Tinder. I fuck with the Tinder. I'm trying to, yeah. I did. I woke up to like 6 different matches. I was like, all right, cool. I like
Alright,
this.
alright.
I like this. Now the thing is getting them to respond to the messages. We matched, but now I gotta get people. A few of them responded. I need responses in the inbox. So
What is Tinder? It's like a
this
let
girl
people
showed me
start
last
coming.
night.
It's basically an
Nah,
app.
I don't know what that
It's
is.
basically an app for people who are looking to just smash, and that's it.
What?
If that is true, then I'm about to have fun. That's not how the girl explained it to me. The girl was like, it's connected through your Facebook. But anyway, you make it right. You post pictures, right? You don't post statuses or nothing like that. And people either like you or they don't like you. But you know how on social media, you can inbox anybody. So I can find any girl that I think is attractive and inbox her. The thing about Tinder is you can't inbox the person unless the both of you match. And you're not gonna click on somebody you think ugly. So if she click on me, she thinks I'm cute. I click on her, I think she cute. We now have the ability to message, which I guess what PK said we can yeah, which is yeah, I like that. I like
Uh,
this.
You've just
Next.
basically
I'm fucking
skipped
with
all
the
the whole
Tinder.
bullshit of, hey, I'm actually liking you because I think I see something past your
You know, some
looks.
some bios be like, I'm looking for Mr. Right. You got to be this. You got to be that. I be like, I ain't trying to find no wife off the Tinder. I mean, the girl that I was with, I might end up like dating her. She has a Tinder, so I guess it's some real genuine human beings on there. Because the girl I was with is amazing. Shout out to her.
Anyway, that was
That
Yeah,
is that is our podcast, man.
lovely.
Follow
It
us
was
on social
wonderful.
media. Like us, subscribe us. We'll be back. We don't know what day, we don't know what time. We will be back to give you
Definitely.
guys the most updating news. Tell a friend, like, subscribe, leave a comment. It's a shit. It's I forgot what it
The
was
third
called.
perspective.
It's a third perspective. PK, leave that in there. I like that. That's good for business. That's a good audio clip to put on Twitter.